Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House, and we're on Instagram and YouTube at Joey143Jenny, and we're also on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. So today I am putting a couple of these pockets and journal cards in my Edith Holden. And if you haven't seen the videos, it's the previous two videos to this one. And these were so much fun. I could have made a million of these. I just had so much fun with them. It was so carefree, you know, really not making too big of a decision on what's going to go in the middle of the little faux specimen slide here. And I really just feel like, you know, when you have a style and you stick to your style, so even if you like shabby chic, if you pull all your shabby chic together to do something, it's always going to look good, I think. So this is more of a garden style, and so pulling it all together, I think they really turned out well. So I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of them in this journal. And it's going to be hard to choose because I love them all. I love them all. But I think I've kind of narrowed it down. So I'm going to put the narrowed down ones over on this side. It's very difficult. Okay, I love all of them, but I'm trying to narrow down. I just really loved how this one turned out. And you know, this is an interesting one because we used a piece of paper that wasn't really super spectacular, but when folded up, and then even the middle, this is the stems off of, I believe, this flower, you know, and so even using that, it ended up being one of my favorite ones. So I don't know. That one for sure is going to go in. And then I just love this one too. It's very similar in the sense that it's more neutral. And I don't know. I just thought that one turned out really well too. I liked it a lot. Yep. Okay. And I like this one. This one was a little bit more vibrant, and I really like the way it turned out. I had talked about possibly putting a Edith Holden tab there. Let's see what one would look like just holding it up, but I don't know, I kind of like having that space. It kind of almost brings that bird forward a little bit. But let me just pull that out. Let me see if I can find the Edith Holden really quick. I don't know if they're in here. Let's see if I have an Edith Holden tab in here. These may be the ones that, most of these may be the ones that I made at that retreat by borrowing some friends. Let me look here real quick. Here they are. Ah. Okay. There's a little bird. I'd have to cut him in half. Save that. How about just some words? Try it. Let's see. I don't think that adds anything. And I don't know that that's kind of pretty. This is not an Edith Holden. This is just one that it's a digital download. I mean, that's pretty, but I really believe that I'm going to like it this way. So I'm going to keep it. But this is a good idea to put on those, you know, or some that you make. But I just love the way that pulls forward. So I am going to keep that one out. And I'm having a hard time. I love this one. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. So we have these three. I don't know if I want three in, but we'll see. Okay, so let's find the middle. Let's maybe put one in the front section and one in the back section, and then we'll see about the other. So these are pretty lightweight, and so I think even some of this fragile paper can handle it. And then this one is the only one that I would probably clip in. So maybe I will use it as a clip in. And the reason being is because it has that flower on the back, whereas the other ones are just text, you know. All right, so let's see here. I want to be kind of mindful of the writing paper. I don't think that page this little one is going to be supportive enough. Okay, we don't want it too close to that. So that might be kind of cute. One of these here. I think that looks nice there. And I think if I maybe put it down here, we'll have a little bit more room for writing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Where's my art glitter glue? And I'm wondering, do I want to leave the top open? No, I think I'm going to go ahead and do all 4 sides just to give it a little bit more integrity. On this one sheet of paper, since this paper isn't really thick. The paper that I'm gonna be putting it down on. So yeah, I just thought I would do this, and then I've been kind of wanting to get to my junk to journal. I haven't worked in it in a while, and I do have a few things I want to put in there. And excuse me. So I thought I'd work in that. Okay. I think that's going to be neat. And then we could also, you know, make another something tall to poke out there if we want to. Okay, so let's put one in the back somewhere. And then maybe put that other one, tuck that one in with a paper clip. And with that paper clip, I probably won't cover it just yet, but I may cover it at some point. So that back has an extra with the, maybe this page would be good. Yeah, I think that looks good. I think that looks good. That back section has an extra because we put that belly band in there and we put a fabric flip in there. If you remember that. So thank you for those that have reached out and also commented on the different social medias. My daughter is doing much better this week. She still has another week that she could use to recover, you know, in her recovery from surgery. So we're very grateful for that. She has a birthday this weekend. I'm very, very excited. She will be 40 this weekend. And, you know, honestly, I can remember every detail about having her, about, you know, just the thoughts that I had as a new mama. She's my oldest. And just those thoughts you have, the kind of the fears, apprehensions, joys, overwhelmed. I was so overwhelmed with love for this, you know, 40-year-old now, but at the time baby. I would just break into tears because I just loved her so much. I could still break into tears with my girls. I was crying over my youngest one the other day just because I just love her so much. I can't hardly stand it, you know. So, I mean, it just happens. I think I'll put that down here. I think it'll be a little bit more solid. There. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I was, you know, I could go back to those times right away. It comes right back up in my memory of my girls. Both very, very special, and a beautiful and special beginning for both of them. And And they're both professionals and work very, very hard. And my daughter, whose birthday's, this weekend, she, I may need to reinforce this. I'll do that another time. She's the one that has my 4 grandchildren, her and her husband, my son-in-law, and they're wonderful parents, and both of my girls are great, godly women and an inspiration, and make me want to be a better person all around. So I can never go past that without giving it a crinkle. It's kind of like we have this wonderful set of wind chimes out our back door, and we come in and out of the back door quite a bit because it's adjoined to the mudroom. And I just ping the chimes every time I go past them. I just can't help it. I love that sound. And same with that paper. I just have to give it a crunch. All right. Okay, so good. We got those in. I'm happy about that. I'm going to put the other ones with the rest of my ephemera. And we'll set that aside. Okay, so let me plug the glue real fast. So I got a few cutouts, and I thought this was an interesting one. It says that these different locations, let's see this, these different locations call bugs differently. So if you're in the western northern half, overwhelmingly they call them fireflies, and if you're in the southern eastern half, they're called lightning bugs. It's interesting, isn't it? I guess I've always interchanged them. I don't think I've ever, because I don't think I've ever given a whole lot of thought to it. What do you guys, what have you called them? And does this map hold true? The source is Josh Katz. Josh Katz. I'm going to cut him out though, because I just want this little map. Okay. And then I found this lady. I thought she was fun. And I don't know. She looks familiar. I'm wondering if she was in an ad that I cut out before. We'll see if she's already in my junk to journal book. She just looked familiar. So yeah, leave me a comment and tell me, do you call them fireflies or lightning bugs? And, do you feel like that map is fairly accurate for yourself? So we moved around a little bit. So I was in both sides of the country, and a little bit north and a little bit south. So maybe that's why I find them interchangeable for the most part, Yeah, she's cute. Okay. Good. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I mentioned, golly, I don't know, I bet it's been a month or more ago that I had mentioned that I wanted to get started on Christmas early. And so I really need to get that show going. All right, here's the journal. Here's some, I'm just going to get this whole pile out. Well, maybe not the whole pile. Some of it. Like that. Okay. Sorry for the crinkle, but let me put this down. Maybe get my weight that Kathy made me. I might need that. Okay, so a couple of things I wanted to put in here, or look and see if there's maybe a place for it, is these came out of the specimen you know, these were part of this. We punched those 2-inch holes out, and then we had these. So that might, you know, I'm working on that circle page on this journal. And then you may recall that I told you that Joey's folks went on a cruise, and I believe it was a Riviera cruise. Well, anyway, she brought me this chocolate. I ate some of it. Joey ate some of it. So Joey must have finished it off, and he set it over for me to go through his junk. So, but isn't this sweet? Look at this, was in there. It's a booklet on all of these different places in the chocolate, and just has wonderful pictures. I think I may just put that in a pocket in the book. I don't think I'm going to cut that up. But I did love all of this gold. I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to do with it, but they were all wrapped in gold, and then they were then wrapped in these beautiful individual wrappings, so they're all different. So it's neat. Plus this wonderful tin, which, you know, I'm going to toss that, but you know I'll use that. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. So this was like the gift that just kept on giving for sure. I love it so much. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. So I do want to try to find some spots for a few things. Then I also, this was off of a firework. Maybe that could be a pocket or something. And then these are just scraps of throwaway or something. What is all this? Yeah, just scraps. There's another circle. Trash of some sort. You know. Trash of some sort. Oh, and then I put this in there. This was all made from throwaway. I think what was happening is I was getting ready to get out, you know, take the trash out of my off of my desk, and I only really put like papery stuff in it, and I noticed all these bits, and I thought, hey, I'm just gonna make a collage board out of it, a master board out of it. So that's what I did. Okay, so we'll use that at some point, maybe today, I don't know. But let's look for, let's see, let's look for some places to put fun things. She's fun. She would look good there. Yeah. All right, let's get out some glue. Okay. Oh my gosh, it has been so hot here. I don't know. Maybe it's been that way, you know, everywhere, but there is no rain in the forecast for the 10-day forecast, and it's, whew, went over that verse a little bit, and it is going to be, you know, in the 90s. Oh, it's hot, and boy, oh boy, do I pray for those that do not have air conditioning, you know. And, you know, the heat can cause tempers to rise quickly. I think, you know, something that we have to kind of keep in mind, that if someone's coming from a hot car into the store or wherever we're at, and they don't have the luxury of having, you know, that air conditioning, their temper could be just a little bit cranky. They could have that hanging over them a little bit. Where's that thing at? Okay. It's been such a time since I've been through these that I can't remember what we've put in. Is this a pocket? Yeah, looks like it's supposed to be a pocket anyways. Yeah. Let's see. I have an index card. Would that fit in there? I have this sitting on my desk from the other day. Oh my gosh, my zinnias are so beautiful. I forgot. I mean, they're beautiful when I drive around and I see other people have them. That's what inspired me to plant them this year. But honestly, you guys, I totally forgot just how beautiful they can be. Now, what would be pretty on this? We'll use this as a journal card for sure. Is there one of these circles that might be pretty? Let's see. Nope. That kind of washes out. What about just putting one of these on? Might be nice. Yeah, so the zinnias are absolutely beautiful. I cut my first one yesterday, and I put it with a gigantic marigold and a sliver of lavender. What else did I put? There was 4 things. There's one other little flower. And I made the tiniest little beautiful bouquet, put it in a salt shaker, you know, an empty, I think I told you I save little salt shakers that I find, little bottles, and took it over to my mom, and I was beaming. I was like, and I planted these from seeds like a little kid. I was like, and they grew, you know. Okay, that's all right. All right. What else? Oh, so remember last time I couldn't remember where I got that? Is that glued in there? No. My mother-in-law reminded me that she had given this to me. I think it was my father-in-law's. So that's pretty fun. Stick that in there. What's going on here? Okay. I don't know why that got crunched. It's nice and bright. What is this? This is just a pocket. I don't know. That thing I thought was pretty interesting, but I don't seem to find a spot for it. I wonder. I'm gonna pause you for a second because I got I was given some punches. I'm gonna see if there's a flower and or something, and we'll punch them out of these. So just 1 second. Let me grab it real quick. Okay, yeah, found this little flower. I've never used these punches before, so this reminded me. I've been so crazy not really being home and being with my daughter and stuff. I totally forgot that my mother-in-law has a friend that was getting rid of all of her card making things and just gave us so many things. So I have got to send her a thank you. I'm just embarrassed that I haven't done it yet, so I need to do that right away. So what I've done is I've gotten a piece of scratch paper, which I might use anyways, to kind of strengthen the punch here because I don't think it would go through that foil on its own. Yeah, so this is one of the punches that she had in there. Works really good. It's a Stampin' Up, it says. Fun. Okay, we still have some left. And that's neat. And then it closes kind of down flat. It's pretty fun. Okay. All right, well, let's get a few things moved over here. Pull this glue sheet and let's glue some down. And we can use these as maybe even little shadows or something. Let's try it. Those are super cute. You could just do hole punches. You wouldn't have to have any fancy, punch or anything. You could do hole punches like we did on the front. You could do, like pinking shears or different things like that. You could cut out little hearts, You've done that before, I'm sure, from in school where you fold the paper kind of halfway. And then you just make like a little snow cone shape. Oh my gosh. My glue is kind of melty. I'm going to have to get a paper towel here. Those are super sweet. I like it. Sometimes on these little things use too much glue because you're just trying to get around it. You end up just pushing so heavy. That's what my problem, I think. Those are going to be really cute. I like it. Okay, let's put 2 more. We'll try to stick with going with odd numbers. It's a little bit more eye appealing. Joey should be home anytime, and he said he's going to work on the lawn tonight, which I'm grateful for, but I must say I kind of get worried about him when it's this hot. So when I get done here, I'm going to go out and work outside too, and that way, kind of keep an eye on the situation. Go one more here. And, oh, my poor garden. It is not doing well at all. Now the zinnias are doing amazing, but I have a plant. I don't know what the name of it is. I should look at my garden book and see if I made a entry last year or the year before. It looks like kind of a miniature, what do I want to say? Miniature hollyhock. My hollyhocks are not doing that great. They're not dead, but they didn't get enough sun. I put them in the wrong spot. Anyways, so these little miniature hollyhocks grow up to be like 4 feet high, and they're in the front garden, and they absolutely were gorgeous. Gorgeous. They filled out. They had so many purple blooms. I was just tickled about them. And we had a few days of rain, and I was happy about that because I knew that everything needed a good saturating. That looks cute, doesn't it? I don't know if you can see those little flowers, but I thought it turned out really cute. Okay. Anywho, now they really just look like they're on their last leg. They're not pretty. They're spindly. At one point, I thought maybe they had, some bugs had gotten to them, but they just look like they are not going to make it. And I soaked them yesterday. I soaked that garden for 3 hours because I just couldn't get the water to penetrate. Our ground is so hard. So here's some circles. I think I want to put some circles down. So there's that. I wonder if this would look good there. Yeah, I think it would. But let's put some other circles first. I think I'm going to use the art glitter glue because the Uhu it feels a little melty. Anyways, I don't know. I'm debating, should I just go ahead and trim them back so far that maybe they'll recoup for the rest of the summer? Should I let them go and see if they rebound? I mean, they look like weeds at this point, pretty much, I don't know what's happened to them. So, I'm going to go out and maybe mess with that while Joey's weed eating and mowing. He's going to do half today, half tomorrow. And then we have relatives coming in for my daughter's, to spend time with my daughter for her birthday. They're not going to stay here. They're going to stay with my daughter. It's her cousin, my nephew, and his family. And man, do they love getting together. They love each other so much. And it just tickles me pink. Just keep adding to this circle situation over here. And I know my mom enjoys seeing another one of her grandchildren. So they live in another state, and it takes them a little while. They leave right after they get out of work, and if it's during the school year, excuse me, right after school, and they get here late in the evening. And then have the whole next day, and then they'll go home after church Sunday. Okay, more circles. Got that in there. I don't think I'm going to put all of them down yet. Let's see if I want them. Okay. Now we have our ladybug. It's not very straight. I think I don't care. I think I don't care. That might work there. I do think I'm going to punch a little thumb hole in it, though. Oops. So it's going to be a fun weekend. They're going to grill out for her birthday, and that'll be fun. So it'll be like just an outdoor type picnic style. Just the fun, normal picnic fare. Put that there. I like it. I wonder if we can find maybe one of these. thinking that maybe we could make just a little tag, just a fun little insert with these things. Maybe just glue it on the back, cut it out. How about that? Ah! Okay. Kind of hard to decide where to... Oh, upside down. Oh boy, come on. I was looking at the undersheet of one of the lines and I got confused what I was doing, where I was going with it. Okay, there's one. I'd have to put a little something there, maybe some of that gold paper. Oh no, it's stuck. Okay. Did I just drop another pin? You know how many of these pins? I need to come in here with a magnet, pin magnet, to pick all that up. I never come in here barefoot, ever, ever, ever. I'm too afraid of myself and all the things that I've dropped. Okay. Oh, my pin's down there. All right, let's cut these out. And then we'll look and see, there might be something in that little bag that I looked at earlier, that little baggie that has something that we can put over where this glue was. I think these will be cute. Okay. Oh, did I put it upside down? No, let's see. Okay, that's right. The writing is upside down because, you know, the way it was flipped. Okay. All right. Let's see if there's anything in this little baggie that we can put on it as a little embellishment. I see this butterfly. I don't know what that's from. Must have cut it out of a magazine or something. Merry Christmas. If I just do it just right. And what else do we have here? Maybe something a little bit bigger. Okay. Now I'm kind of thinking about, you know, maybe what I'll do is I'll cut something. Maybe I'll make like, maybe we'll get a flower out of this. Will it work? Yeah, it'll work. Will it cover anything up? Some of it. I'm gonna have to lay something down. How about just this part? Okay. That'll do it. Then we'll trim it off in a minute. It's fun. I'm so sticky right now. You could always use your vintage photo to go around that if you wanted to, you know, make it a little bit more pronounced. Okay, little butterfly, let's try to get both of those. We did it. Okay. Now let's trim it up. Excuse me. And I think what I'd also like to do is make like little tickets out of them. Okay. And I'm just going to use my, if I can get it. Nope, that's not the right one. I'm just going to use my hole punch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, it's full. I don't know, should I save those? We'll see. Ooh, there's some fun ones. Those red ones are really fun. Okay, I'll put those over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a quarter on each of these. Quarter punch on each of those, each corner. This needs a little trim. Okay. And then I'm going to go, well, I just keep seeing white. Must have missed it. And then I'm just going to go halvesies in the middle. So we'll try to make it just kind of feel like a little bit of a ticket. I'll lay it down there so you can see, kind of like a ticket. All right, let's do this one real quick, and then we'll find a spot for it. I think one of them is going to go in this pocket we just did. Even if you get it not centered, but you try to get the two holes punched similarly, that's fine. I think it still looks like a ticket. You know, like a ticket that you would eventually get a stub from. Okay, so let's put, now this is the same picture. So I think I'm going to just poke this guy in here. Like that. I like it. Let's see if we can find somewhere to tuck that. Okay. That needs something in there, but this would be lost in that. Let's see what's on this side. Okay, this is a possibility, so I'll put a little circle there to hold it. writing space. That kind of gets lost. This is from the first one I ate. I made that tab. Okay. That may be where we're going to put it. That looks like it might have plenty in it. What's this? What's going on there? I don't think that was intentional. I think that's just how that paper was made, or that packaging, but that might be good for there. Okay, and then I had another idea. Let's go ahead and just put some of those hole punches down. I don't remember what these are off of. I don't know if it's a playing card. It kind of reminds me of a playing card. There's probably a better way to do this, probably with like tweezers. Because there's so much glue on me that I'm probably peeling it as soon as I put it down. Now, I don't know what these are from either, but they're kind of neat. Oh, I know. These are where I punched out, like if you have a digital that already has, like it's a journal tag, and it has the little area for you to punch out where the hole reinforcer is printed on there. You know what I mean? These are the spares. This is where my hole punch was bigger than their hole 2 punch. So, but I think this is going to look fun. Yeah. Let's see if we have any more of those red ones in here. Let's see them. Wait, that might have been one. Yeah. Let's see. Where could a red one go? Oh, there's a couple more. Yep. So this is just a fun journal, and it's really kind of a lesson in not buying things, to make a fun journal and to have a nice time, and to, you know, be creative and try things, and you know, not have to spend a bunch of money. And you can make a beautiful junk to journal and give as a gift, and not in the least be ashamed of it, because it turns out beautiful. One time I did one out of a garden place had sent a catalog, and what I did was I kind of did it like when you make a junk journal out of an actual book, and you take a couple pages out and then you turn down some of the other pages. And that's kind of what I had done with that. And I loved how that turned out. It really turned out good. Okay, so that's fun. Super fun. Now, is that thing dry enough to get this in here? We'll put that in there until it has something to go with it. Oops. This might take a little longer to dry because it's kind of slick. Hole punch idea turned out good. And then that also has a pocket there. Okay. Awesome. I feel like I have some more things to put in here, but golly, look at the time it flies when you're, this thing takes my time, because it's so fun and I don't really have to think too hard for it. You know, it's just really helps with mine trying not to be perfect all the time, just letting it go. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it inspires you to keep working on your junk to journal. And just remember, we pray blessings over you and every day. And we just want you to know that you're so loved. So leave me a comment and don't forget to subscribe. We really appreciate that. And hang out with us on Facebook and Instagram too. We'd love to have you. Put your pictures, what you're working on Facebook, and we'd love that. Okay, everybody, have a really great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.